Dead Art Studios. Are you a creator? Are you an artist? Do you get stuck in loops that you can't close? Closing the loop, I heard about it. I thought, well, that's about procrastinating, isn't it? And then getting stuck at a point arbitrarily and then not finishing something, which it kind of is. But after I Googled it, I discovered it seems to also be about fashion and sustainability, and also more in business terms, just getting things done and communicating and everything like that. But for me, when I heard it, I thought it was about procrastination, because I do certain things and get stuck and then never carry on with them for a long, long time. Now, I started off in digital photography and digital art, and I moved into painting more recently and drawing and things like that. But one of the other things I started doing was knitting. So I knitted this. And the reason I started knitting was because I just got a young child and she was sleeping a lot and I was caring for her. And I just found myself, when she was sleeping, probably a bit too tired to go around and clean the entire house up. So you find yourself just doom scrolling and you're keeping an eye on her and things like that. And yeah, so I thought knitting. And the main reason I thought knitting was because at the time I was looking at jumpers by the designer Marnie. And they had these nice sort of mohair jumpers. Some people don't like mohair for various reasons. And they had these jumpers, and they were like £900 each. Well, I was like, well, I can knit one of them. I mean, I'd not done any knitting. I did a little bit when I was a very small child with my mum, but I didn't. So I taught myself to knit, and this is one of the hats I knitted. And then I've done another one in different size. This is a merino wool hat, and some very nice hand-dyed fibres. I think it's from hedgehog fibres for the wool. I made these, one for my daughter, one for my partner, but I tend to wear them as well. So I think they're pretty cool. So yeah, my knitting journey brought me to this loop issue, because I started knitting a sweater, a jumper, and I got stuck. And the reason I got stuck is because I got to the underarm. I'll find it, it's over here. So I started this jumper. This will be my 3rd year now, making it. It's made out of Drops Air, for those who are in the knitting circles and want to know what it's made out of. I started off with that because it was kind of fluffy, a bit like mohair, but affordable. And I thought, it's my first jumper, I'm going to mess up. And I've got this far down this arm. The body of the jumper's done 3 years. Or year 3, let's be fair to myself. And I don't knit all the time. I don't knit in summer because I've got loads of things to do outside. And the reason I stopped is because I got to sew up the hole under the arm. You can't see it, it's so black, but look, my hand goes in there. And I just stopped. I haven't done it since. I just left it. And I don't know what the reason is. It's something to do with how my mind works. I'm just reaching this weird arbitrary point that just put a stop on it, and I've not closed the loop. I think it's also because I think I'm knitting here, not sewing, but that doesn't make a load of sense, because, when you've got your ends, after you bind off, you've got to sew those in. Fine with doing that, but for some reason, I will not sew up this hole. So what I am going to do today is I'm going to close this loop. I'm going to sew that hole up, and then hopefully I can get on knitting again and finish this sweater jumper. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to knit another jumper. It's a bit of an arduous task for me. I might do, you never know, never say never. But what I would like to do is some more hats and maybe scarves, something that's a bit less commitment. Maybe a sock, or, well, 2 for a challenge. They can be a bit more difficult. You can get very ornate with socks. Who would have thought it? So yeah, I'm going to go and get my knitting kit, which is somewhere up there, and we're going to finish this armhole, and then I can continue finishing this. I need to finish it because if I need to sew it up so that I can check the length. At the minute it's sort of doing that, and I need to check the length on myself. Let's get the kit. There we go. Stuff falling out everywhere up there. Some of my little needles. Needs a good old sort out. So the thing I need to finish this is my sewing needles. Could be anywhere. Let's have a look to see that these match up. 3.5. 3.5. So I need to find my sewing needles, then I can sew the arm up. Now I think one of the other reasons I didn't do this is I wanted to make it perfect. So sometimes trying to achieve perfection can stop you doing something because you don't think you're going to manage it. And I'm like, I want this to be really well hidden, super smooth, whatever. And I didn't necessarily think I was going to do it. So I think that's another reason I've stopped. I've got to assess my motives for why I was not carrying on with this. Now in here, surely somewhere, I don't think I'd store it in there. Ha! That. So there we go. Wool everywhere now. That's what I need to do it. And then I need some instructions on my pattern, which means I need my phone. Here we are. So there you go. It's called the Carly pullover. I put some stripes in mine and made it black to make it look a bit different. And I think I need a video. I think there's a video on how to sew the arm. How to close the seam under a raglan sleeve. This is called a raglan sweater because of how it goes here. Right. Okay. It's not super pretty, it's not too bad, and it actually doesn't look any worse than the video, which is kind of why one of the reasons I stopped, because I didn't think it was going to be super pretty. So I suppose the last thing to do really for laughs is to try it on, isn't it? And then I can carry on with the arm. Get back into my winter knitting. So there you go. Literally closing the loop today in my procrastination related to creativity and art. Let me know if you have any similar issues or anything like that down in the comments. Dead Art Studios. See you next time.